this is a testimony proving that God is always there and always watching out for you. And He loves you a lot, and He goes to lengths to show you that He does. And even though He puts you through tests and trials, test your faith and test your patience, and to mold you and shape you more like His Son Yeshua, He'll show you that He's still there right beside your side, going along with every step. And so this is a story that happened today to me, and it wasn't necessarily how I would like to learn this lesson, but the message got through, so that's all that matters. And so today was not particularly the best day. Tested my patience a lot. First I got my coffee, right? And so I'm walking to school with my coffee, and the coffee keeps spilling on my arm. And that, it seems silly, right? But it was really, really annoying. So on to the story about today. I am in Audio and Video Fundamentals, and the teacher is Mr. Bernal. Well, Mr. Bernal, his class is all the way downstairs in the basement, and our school has 2 levels. So the basement is approximately 3 levels below where I need to be to record my teacher for an interview. And so I'm walking somewhere in between there, up the stairs, and I trip. I trip and fall, and it's right before where you step onto the floor. I trip and fall, and I'm laying on the camera. My body is literally slanted on the stairs. Here's the floor. I'm slanted right here on the stairs. The camera is like right here, and it hit hard. The camera's right here, and my body's like this, and I had no motivation to get back up. In that second, in that happening, just everything came down on me. I had no motivation to get back up. All I wanted to sit there and basically burst into tears because it was just very testing. And also, Mr. Bernal is a very tempered man, and he doesn't do well when his things or anything is out of whack. He doesn't do good with pressure or stress. And so the fact that the camera fell had me thinking, oh no, he's going to have my head. He's going to chop off my head and hang it on his wall. And I'm going to become one of his trophies. That's literally what I thought. And that's how he acts. He's a cool guy, just very tempered. And so I just laid there for seconds upon seconds until finally these 2 girls, they walked into the same staircase that I was at. And immediately they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was, in my mind, I didn't know what to think. All I did was just say, is the camera all right? And they looked at the camera for me. And keep in mind, I'm still holding on to the camera. And you know the little feet or the standing things that the camera is standing on top of? It's crushing my fingers at this point because they closed. When they usually are open like this, how I was carrying it, when I fell, they closed up, and so they were squishing my fingers. And so these 2 girls, they checked the camera for me, and they told me, no, it looks fine. And then they proceeded to ask me again, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'll be fine. And they helped me up to my feet. And so I continued my journey to the classroom and interviewed my teacher. And it wasn't until afterwards that I realized, well, the lesson at hand, God is always with you, no matter if you believe it or not. Through the testing of your patience or the testing of your faith, He's still there, walking with you hand in hand. So when I fell there and just wanted to give up, He brought 2 people to me to help me get up, to help motivate me back up and not to just stay there and lay on the floor. Because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay on that staircase and just stay there for eternity because I didn't want to get back up. And if it wasn't for those 2, I don't know if I would have got up. Anyway, he brought those 2 girls to me to show me that He's there and that He's there to pick me up when I fall, and when things get hard, that I'm never alone. He also showed me that to take responsibility for your actions. I dropped the camera, and even though I was afraid that Mr. Bernal would literally murder me, I still took responsibility. I brought the camera back to Mr. Bernal, and it wasn't broken, it wasn't cracked. That's the funny thing. It fell really hard against the stairwell, yet nothing broke. Except this little top part, and it wasn't even broken, it just popped off the camera. You just needed to press it hard enough, which I couldn't. I had another guy do it for me, but I took responsibility, and even though Bernal was really mad, like really mad, really mad, it was ridiculous. And he kept asking me, "You really fell?" I said, "Yes, Mr. Bernal, I fell on the ground. I was laying on the stairwell." It worked out just fine. I told him what happened, and he got over it. The camera's fixed. It's all good. But that's why I say this is a lesson from God, and I don't think it would have happened otherwise if it wasn't just to be a lesson. I fell on top of the camera. I wasn't hurt. I felt no physical pain, nor was the camera hurt. I guess the lesson just needed to be taught. And so he tripped me up, literally tripped me up in my path to teach me it. And so I wanted to share it with you guys today to tell you that God is always there. Through trials, through tribulations, through pain and suffering, He is always there. He's always walking with you. And when you're down and you don't feel like you can do anymore, He's there to pick you up. Either through the Holy Spirit, through the Bible, through other people. He's there.